Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a one brand makeup look. Get ready with me. Up to those of you who don't know this video, I do this with other brands also. I have other videos if you guys haven't checked it out. So check it out. It is in a playlist somewhere. I'll link it down below if you don't know where it's at. But it is in my channel named One Brand Makeup. So anyway, I basically collect just one brand on this look right here, and it is a really, there goes my phone, so it is a really hard task sometimes, because you want to make sure that you get most of the products from that one brand only. And this time I'm using the Revlon. It is a drugstore brand, and it is just a classic drugstore brand. If you guys like don't know Revlon, it is like available at the drugstore, and I believe it is an international brand also. So anyway, this is the look for today. It is a simple look because you know me, I like simple look, but I did went out a little bit and I did a smoky look a little bit. So to those of you who haven't subscribed already, please do so that you can see more of me and more of my videos and more of this one brand makeup. So if you have already, thank you so much, and thanks for being my friends here in YouTube. And if you want me to do a certain brand, please just leave me a message or leave a comment or something like that. Do whatever that you need to do. So anyway, I will let you go, and I will see you again on my next video. Thank you guys for watching me today and giving me a little bit of your time. And here comes the video. Bye guys. Hey guys, so I already applied my moisturizer and stuff like that. Now I'm just gonna apply this Revlon Photo Ready Perfecting Primer. And I love this primer because it did blur out my imperfection. As you guys can see, it did blur out my redness and stuff like that. So I really am loving this one. So I am going to use this 2-in-1 compact makeup and concealer. I'm going to use the concealer first just to dab a little bit on my dark circles. And this is in the shade 150 Buff. Bad, but this is just way lighter for my liking. And now I'm gonna use the cream foundation. It's very creamy. The shade must be a little bit off because this foundation and the concealer was just a little bit lighter for my skin tone. This one comes with a sponge, but I'm not gonna use that. I'm just gonna use my brush, and I'm like, whoa, at first I'm like, this is way too light on me, but we're just gonna go with it. I got the wrong shade for myself. So anyway, I'm starting to like this cream foundation. It's very creamy. It did blend on my skin really well, and I don't feel it actually, and it's not tacky at all after I applied it. And now I'm just gonna apply the concealer and using my finger because that's the way I'm comfortable applying a concealer. I love this thing. I highly recommend this one. It works really well. The foundation is just really good. And the way to find your right shade, go to the store. That way you can really see all the shades, and it's just amazing. I love the concealer. If it's the right shade, then I would have been so much happier. And now the next thing I'm gonna apply is this Revlon Photo Ready Translucent Finisher Powder. I could never understand this powder because there is some shimmers in it that I don't really like, and it does make your skin kind of like glowy and stuff like that, but I just didn't like it. It would have been better if there's no shimmers in it, then that would have been great. So now I'm just gonna use this powder to set my concealer, and I am using a sponge. So the next product I'm going to be using is this Revlon Color Stay Pressed Powder, and I am using this as kind of like my bronzer because I didn't really find any bronzer that I like in the Revlon product area. So I'm just going to use this because why not? It works really great. It did tone down the lightness of that foundation on my skin, and I like this pressed powder. Okay, the next product that we're going to use is this brow pencil. This is in the shade Soft Brown. And on the other side it has a brush, and also on the other side you got your product. And I don't really like this thing because it is just way too brown for my liking. That's the problem with the some of the products from Revlon. Their brow products are just way too brown for me, and I couldn't really find anything that matches for my hair color, which is, you know, dark brown or something like that. So I don't like this thing, although the product itself is really good. It works nice and it's easy to apply. I just didn't like the shade. And now the next thing I'm gonna be using is that this is actually a eyeliner, and I'm just gonna apply, this is in the shade black, so I'm just gonna apply a little bit on my brows because it's just way too brown for me. So anyway, the next product that I'm gonna be using is this cream shadow. This is called the Revlon Illuminance. This is in the shade Not Just Nudes, and this is their brand new thing actually, because they've had this for a really long time, and now this is only 4 shades, and I love the shades of this. It's very creamy, and I'm applying that white shade, or kind of like the off nude color, and as a base actually before I apply the rest of my shadows. And then the next color I'm gonna apply is that shade right there, which is a matte brown nude, and I like it, and I'm using a brush with it to apply it on my lid, all over my lid. So the next product that I'm going to use is this Eyes, Cheeks, and Lips palette. I'm gonna use the shadows first, and I'm not really liking this palette at all because, for one thing, there's no pigmentation and the price is not that cheap. So the first color that I'm gonna apply is that pink shadow up there, and I'm gonna apply that all over my lid and just all over my you know, lid and my crease, and kind of like a base. And then this has shimmers in it. This doesn't have any matte whatsoever, and it's not like a glitter shimmer. It's just kind of like a subtle glitters, but it would have been pretty if there's one matte shade that can break the colors in your lid. But anyway, I'm applying most of this, actually all of it. So the next shade that I'm gonna apply is that color right there that looks like a mauve color, lavender mauve color, and I'm applying it on my outer V and halfway through my crease. The next shade that I'm gonna apply is that lavender color right there, which is a dark lavender, and I'm gonna apply that on the outer V, and it is actually a pretty color. And you guys can see the pigmentation of this shadows is not really that great. And now I'm applying the last darkest color, and I'm applying it on my outer V just to make it more smoky. It is actually pretty colors, but the pigmentation sucks. And now I'm gonna apply that lightest color on my inner corners. This doesn't even have that great of pigmentation. As you guys can see, it didn't really show up on me whatsoever. This is supposed to be the lightest color of them all, but whatever. I'm also gonna apply that a little bit on my brow bone, and overall I'm really disappointed with these shadows. I mean, it feels like a I don't know, like a kid's palette to me. Some colors in it, but for sure it's just not the greatest shadows. Okay, the next thing that I'm gonna be using is this cream gel eyeliner. It's supposed to stay 24 hours on your lid, and I love this thing. I actually used this before, and on the other side there is an applicator which is so easy to use, and I'm applying it just like that, and I'm not gonna go crazy with my wing today. So I love this thing. I actually highly recommend this one. Now we're done with that. I'm just gonna curl my lashes, preparing for the mascara, and I'm using my Everlasting Lancome eyelash curler. The mascara that I'm going to be using today is the Revlon Ultra Volume. Now, this mascara is so good. This is in the shade black, of course, and it's supposed to be a waterproof mascara. I'm really impressed about it. It's not like a really annoying mascara to me, and it didn't clump up, and I love the applicator on this one. Just gonna knock that powders a little bit on my under eyes because I totally forgot about it. Now that we're done with the shadows, I can safely remove it a little bit. Going back to this palette, now I'm gonna use the blush on this one. Now the blush sucks too. It doesn't have any pigmentation in it whatsoever. It has a little bit color in it, but I don't know, it must have been just the shade that I picked, but this one is just way too light for my liking. And plus, it's so hard to take the blush off of it because next to it is your lipstick. So I use my Laura Geller brush and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so hard to apply. But anyway, not my favorite at all. Okay, I'm not gonna use the lipstick on this portion right here because when I swatch it, it was just so light for my liking. It feels like a lip balm actually, but it is very creamy. As you guys can see, those are the lipstick on this palette, and I'm not gonna use that. So instead, I'm gonna use the lipstick, of course, from Revlon, and I love this one. I've had this for a while now, and this is in the shade 423 Pink Velvet. Now the lipstick from Revlons are awesome. They are just one of my awesomest lipstick that I've tried at the drugstore, and they do last for so long. I'm gonna use this lip gloss right here. This is called the Super Lustrous Lip Gloss. I love the packaging of this, and I also like the lip gloss. This is in the shade Supernatural 215, and the lip gloss is just very comfortable, and I just like this color right here. It's just so pretty. It kind of reminds me of MAC lip gloss. It's very, very comfortable. Going back to this pressed powder right here, I'm going to use that to contour my nose, and we're almost done. Okay, so I'm just going to use my Milani makeup setting spray. I don't have anything from Revlon. So anyway, thank you guys for watching me today and giving me a little bit of your time. I will see you again later, and I hope you enjoy this Get Ready With Me one brand makeup look, and I will see you again later. Thank you guys. Bye.